Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 3 of Vollgazz Racing League on PS5. Today we are heading to Argentina and Termas de Riondo.
Welcome back to the start of the second qualifying session, and as we can see, the mechanics working on the bikes, trying to get the best performance out of them.
So air temperature 24 degrees, 37 degrees on track. Matthias is first on track, followed by Mirko and Joe. Matthias, who is currently in third position in the championship after finishing on podium both races. The setups are ready for the track. Most riders are now on track, warming up the tires, getting ready to qualify. Matthias lets Mirko pass. We'll see who will be the first to cross the line and start the qualifying lap. It will be Mirko, first one to start the flying lap. A little wide going into turn 1, but he recovers. Going out on the back straight where it's crucial to get good speed into the straight and having set the gears correctly, not to lose any time. Crash by Mirko, going over the limit. It's a wide circuit where you can take a number of different lines, but it's also easy to cut the corner and get an invalidated lap. However, Matthias does a fine lap of 1:34.7. Joe passes, goes up into first position. Cam goes directly into pit without setting a lap time. Awkward goes up into third position. We have some riders going for their first lap time, but nobody at the moment on track to take over Joe's pole position time. Murph is going into the last corner, all the way up into 9th position. GKG Wada goes all the way up into 7th position. Ras Al Ghul up into 4th position. Dan Seal is the next man to cross the finish line. Crashes by Sheltex and Omalam. Then Seal on the KTM up into 11th position. On personal best in Sector 3. He will improve his lap time, and he gets invalidated in the last corner. Cam Styles, the championship leader, is going to set his first real lap time. He has a lap time 6.3 seconds off, but it was going into the pit. So we are going to see a major improvement. Personal best in 3rd sector, all the way up into 1st row, 0.6 behind Joe. At the moment people are completing their warm-up lap, and soon we will hopefully start to get faster lap times again. Matthias on personal best in Sector 1 with his characteristic smooth riding style. Personal best in Sector 2 as well as Mirko. Matthias loses some time. He's grey in Sector 3. Will he still be able to go up into the 1st row? Into the last corner? No, he does not improve. Let's see now, Mirko, next man to cross the finish line. And he goes up into the 2nd row on 4th position. We have Joe now, red in Sector 3, improving his lap time. Now he's half a second in front of Gex in 2nd position and Cam finishing off the 1st row. Sheltex, who usually is quite fast, now down in last position, but on a personal best in the last sector. Going through the last chicane, up into 10th position, 2.1 behind Joe. Bastino, fastest in Sector 1 and Sector 2. On his best lap time so far, he's 2.1 seconds behind Joe, so we will probably see a major improvement here. Personal best in Sector 3. Has lost a little time on Joe. Let's see how much. He improves up into 5th position, 0.9 seconds behind Joe. Now less than 4 minutes remaining. A lot of crashes, people crossing the limits at the moment. We see Warlord down in 16th position, 4.2 seconds behind Joe on his best lap time, but now on personal best. A gray sector 2. A lot of gray sectors at the moment. Maybe people are taking a slow lap, cooling down the lap tires because it's quite hot on the track. Awkward on his LCR Castrol Honda. Personal best in sector 2. A gray sector 3 and a gray sector 4 as well. Less than 2 minutes remaining now. Cam Styles was on personal best. He's in a gray sector 3 at the moment. Going into the last turn, and he does not improve. ATOC on personal best in sector 1 and sector 2. He is at the moment in 8th position, 1.3 seconds behind Joe. Matthias is orange in sector 1. ATOC now on personal best also in sector 3. Let's see how much of an improvement it is now as he goes into the last chicane. Out on the finish line, all the way up into 5th position. We're watching Joe now. Red and in sector 1 and sector 2. Approaches the end of the track. Is this going to be his last lap? It looks like it, with 7 seconds remaining. on the last chicane, and he improved his lap time. 0.6 of a second now in front of Gex. ATOC improving at the moment. Personal best in Sector 2, as well as GKG WADA. Going into the last part of the track, out on the straight towards the finish line, and he does not improve. GKG WADA improves his time but not his position, stays in 11th. We are seeing most riders at the moment have crossed the finish line. Only Bastino, Matias and Heidi Hasik are left. Bastino in the last turn gets a little slide and improves, goes up into 4th position.
Look at the times after the end of the second and final qualifying session, and we can finally see the grid positions that await us in tomorrow's Grand Prix.
So Joe has taken pole position with a time of 1:33.715. Following him in first row, Gex and Cam Styles. On the second row, Bastino, Mirko and ATOC. Down on the third row, Matias, Heidi Hasik and Russell Gould. On the fourth row, Sheltex, GKG WADA and Awkward. Fifth row, Omalam, Dan Seal and Morphus, and finishing off on the last row, Warlord and Mike Taylor. That's all for the qualifying. Let's move on into the race.
Hello and welcome to the Termas de Rio Hondo circuit in Argentina.
So we have an air temperature of 28 degrees and 37 degrees on track. It's quite hot temperature. I guess we'll see a lot of rear hard tires. Just remember that GEX will have a long lap penalty following an incident at the start of Jerez. Riders are finishing their setup for the race, choosing the right tire compound, which can be quite difficult sometimes. But they are getting ready, as we can see, so soon we will start. Our third race of the season in Vollgazz Racing League on PS5. So let's remember, Cam Style is the championship leader after 2 races with 55 points. GEX is in second position with 41 points, and Matthias in third with 36 points. these are the guys that have been on podium on both races. So are they going to be on the podium today as well, or are we going to see some changes? We know this is a high competitive league with a lot of riders having a similar pace. Now we're just waiting for Omalam to start the race. So let's start the race, as apparently Omalam is having a technical problem. So now everyone is set for the start of the third race in Vollgazz League. Hopefully. As we're seeing a black screen at the moment. And there we go. GX takes the start. Bastino sadly crashes on the first turn. GKG Wada apparently did a jump start. So we see GX going into on the lead. Out on the straight, but let's remember he has a long lap penalty from the first race. We see Matthias on the inside of Cam Styles. So GX first, Joe in second position, and Heidi Hasik in third, followed by Atok in fourth, Matthias in fifth, and Cam Styles in sixth. GX has a crash with Joe. Brass Al Ghul has experienced issues with their tire temperature. Has left the game, sadly an issue we often experience with in the game, some bugs to resolve. You see Matthias being chased by Cam Styles. We're seeing a lot of crashes. GX, Joe and Mike Taylor. GX has left the game. I don't know if there's been a bug as well. Cam Styles sets the fastest lap. Has chased down Matthias. But what happened to Matthias? Has also left. GX joined again. So we are seeing a lot of bugs apparently. Riders experiencing problems with the so we will have to set up a new lobby. To invite everyone. Again, sadly, some issues with the tire temperature experienced by many riders. We will be right back.
first qualifying session is over, and now we're...
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're sorry for our technical problems. As we have seen before, we have been experiencing problems. A lot of bugs, people lagging, people getting long lap penalty without doing jump start. The temperature of the tires being stone cold. So we started experiencing many riders leaving. So what we are doing is we're doing a 5-minute training. So people have to set lap time, a valid lap time, and then we are going to sort all the times. Set اليوم alarm and Jiwal are not. Setting a valid lap time. So they still have 45 seconds remaining to set a valid lap time, and then we will sort the riders so that they can start the race in the right position. Let's hope everything goes in a smooth way this time. I'm very sorry for all the riders. So we're waiting for the last riders to complete their lap.
That's the end of the second and final qualifying session, and we can finally see the grid positions that await us in tomorrow's Grand Prix. Let's have a look at the times after the second and final qualifying session. Our live broadcast ends here for today.
So now we have sorted
Hello and welcome to
the riders
circuit in Argentina,
so that they are starting in their correct position. Hopefully no more restarts, no more issues, no more bugs, no more lagging, no more tire temperature problems. The riders are now choosing their setup, choosing the correct tires. Alright, all the riders are ready. Let's start the race. In 2, 1. Looking better this time. Cam Styles goes up into first place. GX on second, ATOC third. Ooh. We see a crash from Sheltex. But they do a really good job, everyone, staying on track. We see GX at the front, 0.3, 0.4 now. He takes his first long lap and he goes wide and crashes. I feel really sorry for him. Cam Styles now in first position, followed by Mirko and Joe. Malam has left the game, currently suffering bugs still. Three riders going together into a straight. A drag race. The Ducati is really fast. Joe goes up into first position. Mirko in second. Cam Styles in third. ATOC half second behind. We're watching a really close battle. Mirko up the inside of Cam Styles. Joe goes wide, still in first position though. Cam now lining up, going up the inside of Mirko. Mirko closes the door, remains in second position, with Cam Styles, the championship leader, in third. We see GX in last position. He has taken one of his long lap penalties, but we know he can be really fast. We'll see him hopefully going through the field. Joe finishes the first lap in first position, Mirko in second, Cam Styles in third, with ATOC in fourth and Heidi Hasik in fifth. We have a first group of 5 position, and then we have the next group behind. We see Bastien in 6th position, trying to catch the group in front. It's difficult to get into the slipstream of the Ducati. Mirko goes wide, he remains on track. Cam Styles, following his line, goes wide as well. ATOC and Hasik catching up. Also Bastino is trying to get closer, and Resagul a little behind. Mirko going wide, ATOC going wide, Cam Styles going up to second position, while Joe is getting away in the lead. As he going up the inside of Mirko and crashes. That was a risky move, dropping down into 7th position. Sheltex and Wada crashes at the rear end of the race. Mirko in 1st position, fighting with ATOC in 3rd for the last position on the podium. Matthias in 9th position has a crash, dropping into 11th position. 12th, GX in 11th position. Giving his all and taking his 3rd long lap penalty. We are going into lap 5 with Joe in the lead, 1.7 in front of Cam Styles, ATOC in 3rd, 1.2 behind Cam, and Maytok trying to catch, Mirko trying to catch ATOC for the final position of the podium. The entire grid is stretching out. We're following ATOC, looking down towards Mirko. Both riders are going really fast today, but fastest of them all is Joe, who has set fastest lap time. Completing lap 5, Joe still in the lead, 2.5 seconds now in front of Cam Styles, and ATOC in 3rd, Mirko in 4th. We have also a fight for the 10th position between GX, Dansil and Matthias. Matthias looking everywhere, trying to find a way through. Trying to find a way through. A bit of a contact there between Matthias and Morpheus. Another contact. This cannot end well. Matthias takes his long lap penalty directly, trying to recover as much time as possible. In the lead, ATOC pulling away now, half second in front. .4 now in front, ATOC in front of Mirko. Sheltex now catching Wada, who has a long lap penalty, and Morpheus, Matthias also, who can be very fast, catching up with the field again after his long lap penalty. Rider stretching out on the back straight now. Celtics going on up the inside of Morpheus, overtaking for 11th position. Closer to the front, we see Ras Al Ghul catching up Mirko in the fight for 5th position. Ras Al Ghul, who finished in 5th position in Aragon and 6th in Jerez. Now half a second behind Mirko, who has lost contact with Bastino in 4th position. And also with Atok in 3rd. Looks like Mirko has made some sort of mistake. We also see Atok, Mirko, and Ras Al Ghul with 4 track damage warnings. Which sadly can result in long lap penalty as well. Matthias now in 12th position, having passed both Morpheus and GKG Wada. And now fighting to catch up with his teammates. Both Repsol Hondas at the moment outside the top 10. So at the moment, 5 laps remaining. Joe has a moment there going out on the back straight in 1st position. 3 seconds ahead of Cam Styles. He's 2.3 seconds in front of Atok in 3rd position, finishing off the podium. Bastino in 4th. Mirko in 5th. Ras Al Ghul pushing. Hasik in 7th. Awkward in 8th. GX, after his long lap penalties, working his way through the field again. In 9th position. Dan Seal in 10th, 7.9 seconds behind, in front of the 2 Repsol Hondas. Schultex in 11th, Matthias in 12th, going on the inside, having a moment there, taking it safe not to hit his teammate. Morpheus in 13th position, Guada in 14th. Sheltex going on the outside, Braking late, trying to overtake Awkward in the fight for 8th position. We'll see going out on the straight. Not close enough to do a slipstream, but he manages to overtake on braking. Awkward defending himself. GX up the inside. Up into 8th position, now 4 seconds behind. Has seat in 7th. And pulling away from Awkward. We see Mirko again catching up with Dustin in the fight for 4th position. .1 seconds behind. Will be difficult to fight with the Ducati on the straight. Going up the inside, out on the straight. Let's see if he manages to get the velocity with him. And he overtakes. Mirko goes up into 4th position. Mirko braking late. Does not manage to overtake. Mirko brakes even later as he secures 4th position. Matthias overtaking the KTM, pulls a stoppie. Matthias on the inside goes up into the 10th position. At the same time as Res Al Ghul, now down into 7th position, has a long lap penalty. We see Denziel fighting back on the KTM, trying to regain the 10th position. Sheltex up the inside of Denziel, overtakes and goes into the lap number 12 in 11th position. This is a dream result for Cam Styles, the championship leader, in 2nd position, while GX is in 8th, trying to overtake Res Al Ghul. Goes up the inside. Res Al Ghul leaves him just enough space so that both can stay on track. And GX is back into 7th position. Really a great race from the French on the Suzuki. Late break by Res Al Ghul, saving a lot of time. As we see Joe with a really safe lead in 1st position at the end of the back straight, 6.7 seconds behind Cam Styles. Really lonely race for Joe. The entire field stretched out at the end of the race, no one in within 1 second. So Joe on the Pramac Ducati doing a great job, 7 seconds ahead. Has he run out of fuel? Cam Stiles is overtaking. Oh, that's really sad for everyone involved. Mirko in third. Matthias finishes in 9th position. Sheltex in 10th, Dansfield in 11th.
Soon enough, the cameras are going to take us to the podium to see the award ceremony.
So,
but in the meantime,
a lot of issues today.
MotoGP class. We go to see the celebrations on the podium. Let's take a look.
We must say this is a provisional result, as we will see, as the race direction will take a look into the results of today, seeing if there has to be any modification following all the bugs. Anyway, Cam Stiles doing a great race, winning. Atog Awesome in second, Mirko in third, Bastino fourth, Hasik fifth, GX sixth, Ras Al Ghul seventh, Awkward eighth, Matthias ninth, Sheltex 10th, Dan Seal 11th, UKG Wada 12th, and Joe in 13th position, running out of fuel but having fastest lap. Thank you to all the riders, all the followers on YouTube, and our greetings to all the riders, especially Cam Stiles, Atog Awesome, and Mirko on the podium. Thank you for today, and let's meet again next week, where we head to Valencia, to the Circuito de la Comunidad Valenciana Ricardo Tormo. Thank you very much, and keep following us here at Vollgazz Racing League on PS5. Thank you.